God.
Tonight I'm bringing Asha right to your screen, and you're going to be learning how to creatively embrace menstrual equity. Yeah, Asha is here. The beautiful Asha. How are you doing?
I'm fine, Balkis. Can you hear me?
Absolutely, very clear, loud. I can hear you.
Okay.
Always 100. How are you doing?
I'm very well. How are you?
You are looking good. It doesn't look as if you are in Nigeria. Please, what country are you? Will you lap me the next time we are moving there?
I will do so. I will try to do that.
All right. Thank you so much for joining in. So, Asha, have the floor, do your thing, and in 20 minutes, give us the best that you can.
Okay. Thank you so much, Balkis. I'm so excited for this. When you reached out to me and said, "Oh, Asha, I would like you to join this," and which topic would you like to talk about? And I picked menstruation in art, exploring the taboos and celebrating womanhood. I kept pondering on this topic because I'm a theater artist, and anything using art to create knowledge, it has always been a great pleasure for me to do that. And so, menstruation in art. Thanks everyone for joining. Comfort, I can see you. So let me share the piece I have with you guys. So menstruation in art is simply an act that takes its inspiration from menstruation. So we have so many people that talk about art in different forms, and menstruation has been a topic since history, but it was not really portrayed in a clear form like the way it should be, because in our culture, in the Nigerian culture, we have people who believe or see menstruation as a stigma or a taboo, while in other culture they celebrate it as a form of womanhood and a powerful aspect of femininity. So in that case, there's this story while I was researching. I heard of this story about it's a myth about the ancient Greek, about the daughter of Zeus, who was adopted and taken to the underworld, and they were all worried. This story made it to look like they were all worried, but after 6 months they released her to come back home. Okay, through that period, it's like a metaphorical act, because them sending, now we have adopted this girl and we are sending her back. What is the problem? So they sent, that process of them sending her back was because she was on her period. So after she's done, they send her back after 6 months when she's done with her period, and they take her back. Now they have seen, like, this is how they have really painted menstruation. Like, is that bad that someone you have adopted, now you're sending the person back because she's menstruating? This is how bad and how serious the stigma that they have painted to the menstruating woman. And in other news, there's this US writer. She's a feminist, a great feminist. She writes more about women, and she encouraged, like, she writes more about menstruation. Judith Chicago. So there's this painting. She's an artist. She used paintings to share her thoughts on how she feels. And before she started this, she went through other scholars like her, and saw that these people have really talked about this menstrual stigma, but why is it not really out there? Why are people still stigmatizing the menstruating woman after all being said? So she was like, let me do something, and then she made a paint and she titled that paint the red flag. So the red flag gave her a massive view in the US, because there was a picture of a lady bringing out tampon. I don't know if you know what tampon is. There's this picture of a lady bringing out tampon from her vagina, and that was the best, and it attracted people. They were actually actors who talked about this, but because of the way she was like, let's take menstruation to a let's bring it down to act, because I'm a feminist. Let me talk about this in a different way. And most times when we are doing stuff, we get attracted to symbols, like when we see a picture of it. So she was like, why not do this? It will attract people, and then I'll get my message passed across. And she did this picture during the 1970s. I think, yes, 1970s. She released these pictures and she was awarded, and her work really went viral. She used that, and then she even talked about having in her home, she has a section in the bathroom where she keeps pad that has been used with blood. She doesn't throw them away. Pad that has been used with blood. You could see containers with plenty of blood, like she filled her bedroom with all those things. So one could think that, is she crazy? Like, what will make her want to do that? How can somebody fill up a bottle with menstruation, but she uses them to draw? She uses them to illustrate. Now, you ask, why is she doing that? Probably we all have our crazy ways of expressing ourselves. Like, she could have a story behind those things. Someone might have done something, or she might have a trauma that she has passed through because of her menstruation, and she was like, why not pull this? And she has her own way of pulling it out there. So now what I'm trying to say is, in as much as she's trying to portray her thoughts about menstruation, she's also trying to challenge people and bring it out to people, like they should be aware of this. Like, it's not a sin, it should not be a stigma, because I'm in our world today. Once it's a thing of a joy for you to menstruate, because it's from that menstruation that you'll be able to reproduce. So you can imagine us menstruating. A lot of people go to the hospital and are even very concerned. You can imagine not seeing your period for over 6 months and you are not pregnant. It's actually a thing that will bother you, but why are people stigmatizing this thing that is something that should worry you if you are not seeing it? So I feel like we are all now having the knowledge, and I feel like at every point in our lives we should always try our best to actually educate one another on this. And then feel free, you hear stories. There was this day I visited one of my friend, and we were supposed to go out, so she took her bath. She was on her period. She took her bath and I was waiting for her. Then I heard a shout towards their bathroom, like, "Maybe you keep pad here, now you keep pad here, why did you keep pad?" There was her elder sister shouting and yelling, like she just took her bath. She's not even out of the bathroom yet, and her sister was shouting. She really felt bad and felt ashamed because I was there, but I was looking at it like, why are you shouting? Like, she will take it after. Like, the way people attach menstruation to death, the way they make you feel, that's why some people are really shrinking themselves. They don't even want to talk about it. Like, when you even before you tell your friend, like maybe if you go out with your friend and you want to tell her you're on your period and a guy is there, you see them trying to mix signal and signs, and then they feel really uncomfortable. I want us to build a world and a community where my menstruating woman isn't shy to say she's menstruating. The menstruating woman isn't scared to go out or lose projects because she's menstruating, because okay, what if I'm out? And during the first days of you menstruating, some people have a heavy flow, so you are going out, you have a project but you're scared to go out. You're trying to look for a way to cancel that project, because if you go out, what if you are staying? How would you face the crowd and so on? Let's build a world where I don't really have much to say, but I just want to encourage us to build a world where menstruation is not attached to stigma. It's not a taboo to see that a girl is on her period. It's not a taboo to say, hey sis, it seems you have a blood, okay, can I help you to the bathroom? Oh, like, say it with love and compassion, that the person doesn't feel weird about that. So I don't know, this is just the few things I have to say about menstruation. So I would love to stop here for now.
Thank you so much, Asha. I really connect to the part of people shouting about, dropping pads and likes. Personally, I really do not like it, but I really do not think I would be the one to shout, like, why would you drop something? Like, it's embarrassing for the person naturally, because they might even forget. It's not like they intentionally did that, but they would have forgotten about that thing, because they were trying to rush. My friend is waiting for me, and all of these things, and then it's embarrassing actually. So I think that I like the fact that talking about it with love, not being afraid to do spray. I actually remember a time whereby I was placed as a project lead on a project, and we were two. There was the guy and myself. I was very, very big during that period. I wasn't feeling too well. Then my cycle came out at that time, and it was just like triple problem. So I just told them, you know what? At this point, I am sorry. I cannot do anything again. When I'm strong, I'll continue. If I cannot do on the project again, please put someone else. It's not a big deal. Yeah. And we were able to do the project. It was successful, but those few days I was off. Like, I was literally off. And so at that point, I started to learn to put myself first in any situation that I find myself. So I think this is a wake-up call for myself and for every other person who would listen to this. Thank you, Asha, for sharing yourself with us. It means a lot, and we are super excited to have you tonight. Thank you so much. And I hope that when next we call you, Asha, we need you to share yourself again. They're going to take out the time to share with us. All right, thank you so much. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.